Hey, this is a PSA for the Pure Spirits Aligned. So, today, on day 31 of 2026, the message is going to be the devil is afraid of you. I'm going to tell you something most people never get told. The devil is afraid of you. And I'm going to tell you why. When you're truly anointed, righteous, chosen, what I would call a pure spirit, pure in heart, you'll notice something that you get attacked more often than most. And it's not because you're weak, it's because you're dangerous, right? In the scripture, it says, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. The devil does not flee from people he's comfortable with, he flees from people who know who they are. This channel exists for one reason: to help God fearing people walk in the spiritual authority that God gave us. Yes, we're humble, but humility is not weakness. The righteous are as bold as a lion. Proverbs 28:1. Y'all know I always quote that. We're bold but not timid. Disciplined, not submissive to nonsense. You feel me? We serve the one true and living God, the Most High. God, Jah, Yahweh, through Christ, Yahweh Shai, Yeshua HaMashiach. And when you serve him, power comes with that covenant. Luke 10:19 says, behold, I give unto you power over all the power of the enemy. People don't like to talk about that verse, but witches pretend they have that power, and warlocks and occultists, they cosplay authority. Meanwhile, the righteous are sitting on real dominion and being taught to play small. God said he made us in his image. We're children of the Most High. All right? That's why we create buildings, businesses, art, music, systems, ideas, life. And the devil is terrified of the creators who are submitted to God. That's why false doctrine is everywhere. A lot of people, these false prophets, are teaching God's people to be passive and overly agreeable and endlessly forgiving without discernment. But scripture never told us to abandon wisdom. God said in Matthew 10:16, be as wise as serpents and as harmless as doves. Like me, I move differently in this world. And so do many God-fearing people I know. Not because we're cold, but because we're obedient. All right? When God tells me to watch somebody, I watch quietly and observantly. Like, it's so smooth that people think that they're under the radar, and they don't ever be. Right? By the time somebody crosses the final line, it wasn't their first time, it just be their last time. You feel me? And then suddenly I'm mean, I'm cold. No, darling, I'm aligned. Like God said in John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice and I know them and they follow me. So if someone tries to come back around and God does not give me peace, I don't negotiate. Right? Colossians 3:15 says, let the peace of God rule in your hearts. No peace means no access. That's how you stay unbothered. You don't argue, you don't explain, you just become unavailable. Walking in spiritual power is easier than people make it seem. It only feels hard because you were taught that being God-fearing means smiling through disrespect, right? However, in John 10:10, the thief only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Yes, God will use the enemy's plans for your good, but that doesn't mean that you ignore the lessons. You feel me? Learn the discernment, learn the boundaries, learn to say no, learn to pull your energy back. I prayed to become this version of myself because people were abusing my kindness. And God answered. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, so you don't learn it the painful way. And that this all comes back full circle. That's why the devil's afraid of you, because you know how to pray, because you know how to see, and because you know how to cast him out with authority. Mark 16:17-18 says, they shall cast out devils, and nothing by any means hurt them, and nothing shall by any means hurt them. That's what he's afraid of. So if this message resonated with you, you're most likely in alignment. 100,000%. If it didn't, it simply wasn't for you. And that's okay. But stay locked in with your spiritual life coach, Diamond, and the Pure Spirits Aligned family, dropping daily PSAs, daily authority, daily alignment. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your spiritual life coach, Diamond, signing out. Ciao.